Hi everyone, happy Monday. I know it's been a minute. I'll just talk about that a bit at the end of the video um, as to what's what. But for those of you that just want to be here for the flips, I had a lot of these books have been sitting here for about a week. I know the Christmas ones are a little late, but there's still a little bit of time to get them before Christmas and start coloring in them. And they're new releases from two of my favorite artists, so I definitely want to highlight them. Joshua Dunbar does have a new book out, which is very exciting. It is a coloring storybook, a combination of the 12 Days of Christmas and the Nutcracker. Also, a quick note, he has released, if you've seen this is Christmas Cuties. It's a pocket-sized coloring book. He has released the full 8.5 by 11 version of this, which I prefer because I love these images, but some of these, because I like markers, are so tiny, it's really hard for me to use markers on these images. So I've picked up the 8.5 by 11 version because I just think I'm going to prefer it, particularly for this one. So maybe I'll get a little bit of Christmas coloring. So I'm going to put that down in the description too. I will try to flip through that when I get it, though it is basically the Christmas Cuties, but in a full size. A lot of birds in this, if you're not familiar with the 12 Days of Christmas. These are smaller images. Technically, you could color these like the 12 days leading up to Christmas, which would be, is it the 24th? 24th is Christmas Eve, so it's 25th. So, cat's howling. 13th? So, I would like to say I'm going to try. However, as I will get to, I really haven't been coloring much lately. So, if I suddenly have a desire to, I'm going to tell you though, if I do color these, they're probably going to be very colorful, like all those geese. There's going to be like pink and blue and purple geese. I'd like to spend some time on this one doing some different patterns on the dresses. I like the Lords of Leaping here. When Marie's mad, I'm not in there with hers, so she is howling with her mouse. Trust and believe that that cat pretty much laid on me the entire weekend, all day, all night. She has had plenty of attention. She will be fine. And then the story of the Nutcracker. When I tried to record this the first round, I accidentally said Nutcracker, and that's a different type of book, probably, and probably one that is not suitable for YouTube or Amazon. Now, funny enough, I actually don't know the full Nutcracker story, so I will need to read this. Though I love the fact that she clocks the Rat King in this with her shoe. It's like a La Chancla moment. I really like the images in this book. The line art is a little thin. I have found over time I prefer thicker line art, but given the size of this book and the imagery, I can understand why. It's not a huge deal. This is a little bit bigger than the Christmas Cuties book, so like I feel like I can make it work better in this than I would if this was like a pocket size. I like the little bee end too. I feel like I need to color that page as well. Give me just a moment. Sorry about that. The house phone was ringing. Next up for Christmas, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. We have a new release from Alexandra Franzese, the Christmas Portraits book. Is this in a travel size as well? If it is, I will link it in the description. She sometimes does like a smaller travel size version of her books, but again, I just prefer the 8.5 by 11 myself. But everybody's different. Really want to try to do at least one in here. But at this point, I just can't make any plans to actually color. So that one's very cute. I like that one a lot. I don't like swirl one too. I see him in a little yellow sweater. Alright. One of these days I'm going to be able to flip the page. So cute. Sorry, we're having a lot of swings in temperature this past week, and it has been messing with my sinuses. And again, I apologize if I seem quiet. Oh, I really like that one too. Anything that's like cactus and palm trees. Oh my gosh, I wish I was in the mood to color this month. I do one of my Christmas in July pictures from, I think it's Ava Brown, that I like so much. Like, she's got this little evil there with the skull. But see, I love anything that's like island mixed with Christmas. I just think is so fun. These are so pretty. And then one from her Kawaii Christmas mandalas. There's that one. Then two non-Christmas ones for anybody, really. Sugah Sweet, who I love, has put out a new book called Too Cute. And it really is. So there are two little bite-sized pictures on each page. So these are really cool because they're not super complex. Plus they're not simple images, but not as busy images. I tell you, one thing I really want to do more is start leaving more Amazon reviews, and I guess I will put in my plug here for that, because, and here are the little images. Please consider leaving an Amazon review if they're Amazon books, or a review on other sites if you purchase them. Those are so cute. Consider leaving an Amazon review for your favorite artist. There, with still the influx of AI books and other types of books in the coloring book market on Amazon, the algorithm really leads to showcasing books with a lot of reviews. And so, just consider, I'm going to try to start making, at least once a month, trying to leave a review for each of my favorite artists. I like to also take a picture of, like, I used to, when I would complete a book, not complete a book, complete a page, take a picture of the page and put it on there, just so people can kind of see what the art's like in the book, if there's not sample images already in place. These are so cute. I love, like, just the little small images. I think in the way I feel right now in terms of coloring and just doing anything, some of these small images like this might be super helpful in getting me to start coloring more again. Love that. He's snoozing on the skull. And these would be pictures that, like, I would probably play a little bit with, like, blending some marker in the smaller spaces. There's still pictures that wouldn't take a lot of time to color, but I would probably play more with blending and shading these smaller images. And it would feel less insurmountable, like it's like my two moods, or my cat's two moods during the day. Hang on just a second. Okay. May have to pause this. Tacos. And then this is a bonus page from the Drawing the Timeline book of his that I like a lot. So he's also on Etsy and has a ton of really cool images on there. I did one for Halloween. If you go back and look at my finished pictures for October that I really liked. I love his Etsy pages. And then I think I have all the books except for the Deserted Cats. And that's really just because I don't like coloring food. That's my only reason. I would have the full collection if it wasn't for that. But this has got some food in it. If I get to the point I like it and I enjoy it in this book, I might pick those up. So, very cute. And that one's a little tricky to find on Amazon. So I will definitely have all the links to these in the description. And I know a lot of us have been waiting for this one by Hannah Lynn. This is Whimsy Girl's World of Pets that's been released. Super excited about this one. And it feels thick, like this book. There are 30 images with 2 copies of each, some of which offer a close-up version of their more detailed illustrations. So 60 total pages, but like 30 fully unique images. She does list out all her images. In this very first image, why? I'm having the darndest time. I had to re-record the very start of this because for some reason this is not wanting to show the text very well, and I don't know why. Anyway, she does have names for all of her pieces in here. This is the one I've been waiting on. I know this one's available as a diamond art painting, and I think she had one similar maybe in one of her older books, or it was a Patreon image or something, but I have wanted this picture for so long. And I'm so happy I finally have it. She does have artist versions of these books, like on nice paper on her website. She has PDF versions. She has a travel size of the Amazon book. Look at that little raccoon. That is adorable. So like that's the same image. So some of these, I guess because they're already close up, she doesn't have a more simplified version, which makes sense. But she does have the full-size PDF, travel size PDF, Amazon PDF, Amazon full version, and then like I said, I think an artist version of the book. So she's got lots of versions to choose from. Love that. I will put a link probably to her site in the description so you can see them all. I've not colored much in Hannah Lynn this year, and I'm hoping I can change that next year. Particularly because this might be my favorite book she's done. Maybe. Because I love animals. I love that one with all the chickens. Little chicks. All the different pockets for the eggs. I think Hannah Lynn's had a lot going on. That's so cute. That'd be such a good one for Foxy February. I think she had a lot going on in dealing with some diamond painting issues and like some changes in with I think their life and stuff like that. Like I think this book just took a long time, and but I love it. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm perfectly happy to wait if that's what's needed. You know, that's one thing I like about the coloring community is we all tend to be a pretty understanding bunch and things happen. I love this picture with the little wings and stuff. And sometimes life happens. Like I said, I'm thrilled that she's still doing coloring book art. I was so happy when I know Joshua Dunbar's also been busy with his job in life, and so I was thrilled that he put out a new book this year as well. It's not been an easy year for a lot of us, and I think that also goes for like some of our favorite coloring book artists, and it goes for everybody, right? This is, like I said, a really good substantial book. I know some people don't like the duplicate images, so if you don't necessarily want to have to like, it didn't change the sales price on this. This still is like any book that would have just 30 images in it in terms of US price. But if you don't like the duplicate images, you could always get the PDF version. And so you could do that. I generally like to do the full-size image, but I don't know. In some of these cases, I might do the close-up. The little pigs with are they little? They're either pig angels or they're just pigs with wings. Every time I see pigs with wings, I think of the "if pigs can fly" phrase. Ooh, that looks like a little fennec fox. That would be a good one too. So. I tell you, this still feels a lot more like more than 30 images, but I mean, I'm sure it's because of the duplicates, but man, it sure feels like, ooh, like that one. That one's fun. And you got a little bit more close up if you want. Starfish, I guess. Whoop. Somebody's fluttering around in there. Like that one with mammoth. Like I said, these are really cute. Very dragon lady there at the end. So yeah, super exciting. I think like these two books would be cute for like wish lists or Christmas lists. Obviously you can still do the Christmas books too, but maybe you want to pick these up for and then like I said, remember this has also been re-released in the full-size version as well. So And these are not super complicated images, so I would have totally, if I had had the 8.5 by 11 and I was actually coloring, I probably would have tried to do that like I did with Alexandra Franzese's, and I would have colored that like an advent calendar, but I guess that's going to be for next year. Um, or for the month of December for next year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these. As far as, I'm hoping I can do a video Wednesday. I don't know what it will be, but there may be a video Wednesday. There may not be. There may be a video on the weekend. That kind of just leans into my updates and I guess kind of my plans for December. There were 2 buddy colors I didn't get done in November. Me and Tammy normally do one a month, but I may see if we can skip our monthly this month because we both got our quarterly one to work on as well. So I technically have 2 buddy colors with her and one I didn't get done with Happy Catastrophe. Like I said, last month was tough because Winry was doing really not well there for a while, and she's doing better. She kind of has her good days and her bad days. She doesn't, but still overall she's doing far better than she was 3 weeks ago. So I'm grateful for that. However, I have not been feeling well. It probably started a little bit in October, but I figured it started in September, honestly. September and October I started feeling more fatigued. And I figured it was vitamin D and B12 being low. That's usually what happens about every 3 months, even if I take supplements. And I also figured that I was going through a lot. I was going through burnout like I was last year with my job. And so I moved to another role in October. And but I figured I was still suffering through some burnout, so I was like, okay, this is probably part of the reason. I still, like I said, October I had biggest coloring month I've ever had, right? And I was really enjoying it. But then starting in November I was getting even more fatigued, and it's almost like life told me, you're gonna grumble because you only have a few hours a week that you feel like doing hobbies. How about I just take all that away from you so that you only have enough energy to work, and that's all you have, and you don't even have enough to sit upright for the full day. You have to be on the couch for part of the day. That's pretty much what my body said. They're like, hey, let's do this. And it got really cold, like we're kind of in our winter temperature mode right now, and I started having a lot more aches and pains too. So at first I kind of attributed it to that. My husband also wasn't feeling well, so I assumed we had something either viral or it was just weather change always messes with my fibro, my fatigue, and my muscle pain and joint pain. And so I was like, I figured that's what it was. I figured once things balance out a little bit, maybe it'll get better. But it hasn't. And even though I'm now taking the vitamin D and B supplements that my doctor gave me, normally I see a change after 2 or 3 weeks. I'm seeing a very small change, but it's nothing like it should be. And last weekend I slept. I slept the whole weekend. I thought I felt a little better through the week. It was a pretty heavy week work-wise as I'm onboarding with my new role. And I managed to push through and work, and it was like when Friday came around, it's like my body quite literally went, that's all I have. And so I did nothing but sleep Saturday and Sunday. I was supposed to get on a call with a friend, and I couldn't even get it together to call him or talk to him. I'm hoping maybe I can this week. But when I say fatigued, I mean just sleeping. I slept Saturday. I think I was asleep probably 16, 18 hours out of the day, and Sunday wasn't much better. I think I stayed awake from about 3 to about midnight, 12:30. That was the longest stretch I've stayed awake in 2 days. Today is a little better, but I'm just worried. I can't, I'm like sleeping, and then when I'm not sleeping, I'm just extremely laid out, fatigued. Cannot muster it in me to color, to do videos, to play video games, to do anything other than just rest. And while I know that's normal, particularly in the big swing from fall, like summer to fall, winter, and then the same when we switch to spring and summer, this feels a whole lot worse than it has in years past. Like, particularly the fatigue. The joint pain I get, but the fatigue has just been soul crushing. I was even supposed to go visit my in-laws yesterday, and I couldn't, because I slept for 4 or 5 more hours after my husband left the house yesterday morning. So I don't know what's going on. I have some stuff to talk about in the coloring chat about that. I have been starting to see a nutritionist due to some blood work looking sketchy, some things that I just need help with to manage all the different ailments I have. I've been talking to a nutritionist. She has some theories. She really wants me to go see an endocrinologist and get tested for, she suspects I have Hashimoto's. But she also suspects I might already be type 2 diabetic, so great news to get at the start of the weekend, let me tell you. And a lot of that could be contributing to it. I am also close to that time with women where, they become menopausal. I am 43, and she said if I am premenopausal, then that's probably also contributing to the fatigue, and that if I go get my hormone levels tested, that might indicate I need some help there as well. I don't know what it is, but it is different, and it is extremely, extremely upsetting because I just, like I said, I haven't wanted to do anything, and I'm just really worried that I don't want this to become the new normal. But I guess we will just have to see how things go. I was able to do this video today. Maybe I'll get to do some more videos this month. I do have ideas of things I want to do. I may not get much coloring done, and that's just going to have to be okay at this point. The idea of Christmas is even exhausting to me right now, to be honest. So, but anyway, so I will be here. I will come through with some videos. I don't know what they'll be or when they'll be, but you'll see at least a couple from me this month. And my hope is that whatever's going on, maybe I can get ahead of it or get through it before the start of the year, and then can start the year a little bit stronger than where I'm at right now. But anyway, that's kind of what's been going on. It's why I've been quiet. Like I said, everybody's doing mostly okay. It's just I've been the one that's been struggling, and it's just been like I said, today's better, but I'm already starting to get fatigued, and it's only been so long since I've been up, so I don't know. But we'll have to figure out how it goes. And like I said, I might do, if I do feel like coloring, I'd like to color a Christmas picture and do a color and chat, to kind of talk about that and the nutritionist and everything that's been going on with that. But we'll see. All right, thanks for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.